Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Review. Alright, hello my lovely guys and gals out there. I hope you are having a marvelous day wherever this video finds you. And today it is hot as balls here. I've had to turn off the air to film this. Very quickly, I just want to address, there was my video that came out, I think it was 2 videos ago. It was the one about, it wasn't the feel-good one, it was the low spice video that I did, which I know not everyone wanted to watch because they see low spice and apparently we think it's boring. That's not the case at all, but that's okay, that's okay. That is not a video title that the algorithm is going to push. So if you missed out on that video and you're actually interested, please go back and check it out. But I do want to mention the sound in that. So what I tried out is there's a feature in my editing software that I use, or editing app that I use, it's nothing super fancy, that can remove background noise. And I tested it out. I sat over on the couch, so I was a little bit further away, but I tested it out to see what it would sound like if it pulled out the sound of air conditioning from the background. Because you guys know, if you've stuck around a while, you know I've filmed with air conditioning, I've filmed sweating to death, I've tried all the things before. And generally it's actually not too bad lately because the past 2 years I've had a temperature controlled air conditioner instead of one that's just either on or off. And so that means that it gets my apartment to the temperature it needs to be at, and then it will turn itself off when we get there. So if I'm going to turn it off for a little bit, it's not like it's going to get to 90 degrees in the time that I do turn it off. But still, when I want to film, I don't always want you guys to have to listen to the in the background. So I attempted with a video that I knew like wouldn't be the most popular one or anything to try out that option to remove background noise. So I did have one of my lovely viewers, you know who you are, thank you so much, who did comment that the sound would cut out at weird points. And that's because, you know, it's using the program to decide when I'm not talking. And if I, you know, mumble through the end of a sentence or like turn my head, which happens a lot, and the microphone on my phone isn't picking me up, it chooses that as the point to cut it and cut out the background noise, blah, 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 blah. All the technical jargon that goes with that, right? So it wasn't perfect, and I appreciate, again, the feedback on that. And so I'm still going to try my best to have, to film without the air conditioning on, just because I don't like to scream over the air conditioner, and I just don't think that it is a great white noise sound for anyone to have to hear. So I just want to put that out there. I know about the quality of that video, and it is because I was testing that out to see how it worked. And I may test it out again in the future with being conscious ahead of time that I'm going to use it and make sure I like end my sentences in the right place so that it's not cutting me off at weird points. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I may try it out again because it would be nice to be able to film with the air conditioner on and then have it cut it out. But I realize that it might make for not the best experience as well, and that's important to me, right? I only film with a ring light and my phone and I don't use any recording help because I don't really like the sound that a microphone does. I don't particularly like how it sounds, and so I've always just used what I have, but that means I need to have the air conditioning off to do that. And we went from it being 70 degrees to it's going to be 95 for the next solid week. So I'm going to have to try a few things. But anyway, all of that to get out of the way, we are doing a book haul today. And this book haul came upon me faster than I expected. Although I guess it has been 6 weeks since I filmed one. You know, I filmed one the very end of March. It wrapped up all of my like birthday gifts and PR. And boy, April and the beginning of May has been full of PR. Like truly, I've been very, very blessed. And so I have a bunch to go over with you guys. So we are going to go through, as always, we'll start off with the books I was sent as PR. I'll tell you if I've read them or not, or if I hope to get to them soon, just to show them off. I'm pretty sure I'm not overlapping any, but I realized there were some that I forgot from the last haul. So these books are a bit further back, but it's because I forgot to share them. There's some really exciting ones. And then there are some that I bought, which is a surprising, like, not too many. there are also still some holdover birthday gifts here as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I am going to start with some that are particularly close to my heart. I've already shared these in a few places, but this package was truly a very special gift, and I just loved it. But it starts off with a book that I did buy, and the author, who is the author that I work for, Claire Ken, aka Noelle Adams, she ended up sending me the whole collection as a perk for being her assistant and as a thank you. But the first book is, of course, the special edition of Last Light. And by the way, there are all of these that I'm showing you, there are editions of these still available on her website. So yes, I will link them. She has both the pristine editions and she has some that are discounted because they have some light scuffs or they have a little bit of like gunk on the undercover. So they are greatly discounted. But there was this special edition of Last Light, which is just beautiful. It comes with the bookmark here, and then the naked book is just beautiful. It is this, has the golden fire, and it says love at the end of the world, and then we have black sprayed edges, and inside there's a few pieces of artwork. There's one. Can't remember if there's more in this one. There are in some of the other ones, but it has beautiful designs on each page. This book has done so much for me. I just love it. And so I ordered this straight away. I ordered myself a copy of this as soon as they were available. I think I was able to be the 6th order in on the site, which was amazing. But she did have some other books available as well. And when I got my box from her, which I did open this on a Patreon behind the scenes video, she did send me the whole lot of the ones that she had special editions made of, which is so cool. So the Claire Kent ones, oops, this is my copy that I bought. There's Devotion, that one's mine. The Claire Kent ones, there was Devotion, which was her most recent release, which was also really fun because this was the book that the first book of hers that I got to read an advanced copy of. And it's just beautiful, these paperbacks. So this one has silver foil. Then there is a bind up of the Hold series, and this was fun because this was my idea. This book was my idea. And so that was really fun because she was planning to do Last Light and Devotion, but I was like, you should do a bind up of Hold because so many people love this series and it would be great to be able to buy it all in one place. And so this one has all of them. It has Hold, Release, Fall, and Rise all in one. And I know there's some art in here. Here we go. Here's the naughty one. There's those two right there. Let's see where. So this was just so cool to get this here. It says, you need to toughen up on the back. And then she did 3 Noelle Adams titles, her most popular ones. So there is A Negotiated Marriage. This is so pretty. Just really simple. These ones are. This one, she said, to my very favorite assistant, which was so sweet. So yeah, this one's just super basic here. There is Counted, which is also just simple here. And then this book is super special. This book was amazing. There is Salvation. It Might Come Anyway. This was really great. So these were all books that so far I've been able to work on for her. But this was just so special of her to send me these. And you'll notice in recent videos that I rearranged my books here to put her right by me just because, you know, got to promote my lady who has given me so much. So those are my Claire Kent and Noelle Adams books. And again, because I am her assistant in a lot of things, I just had to show those off at the top. So there were those ones from her. Okay, now let's go through some PR. Let's just do it. We're just going to go through the stack. Let's start with these actually. These were books that I actually beta read for the authors, which was really cool. I don't think I've shared this too much. I know I have, but I have joined the beta reading team for Stevie Sparks. So this was the first book that I beta read for her. It was just a little novella called The Earl's Gamble. This was just a little quickie. It's a later in life novella, so both of the characters are over 30. The heroine is a widow. This has a little bit of kink in it because that's what she does. And this was so cool. This edition actually has like orange pages. It's hard to tell in my ring light, but these are like peachy orange colored pages. And so this was so fun. So yeah, she sent me a copy of that. And then I've definitely shared about this. I even shared a picture of these, but I have also beta read for Indie Valentine, aka That Tall Book Girl is now an author. And these were her first 2 books that she released. Ooh, my nails match this one. There was Endgame and there was Drop 3. And so she sent me both of these as signed copies from her, which was so nice. So these are baseball romances, and the series is called the Atlanta Boys. So I sadly didn't get to buddy read for Capri, but the audio of that is going to be coming soon, and I did sign up for an ALC, so I was like, I totally want to read it, but I will continue to beta read for this series for her. And I'm just so proud of her. So this is great. It's so crazy to have books by my friends, like, on my shelves. Like, that's just bonkers. That's crazy. Okay, then, this book comes out, is it the day that you're going to see this video or the day after? I don't know. But the House of Ferrero is coming, and I am on the ARC team for Gabrielle Sands. So I plan to read this book very shortly. It's the next one I'm going to read. But I was lucky enough to get this special release box for Here With Me. So this is the beautiful gold box that came with it. And when you open it, yes, it was in gold wrapping, but I've taken that off here. So this is for Be With Me. And it came in this fantastic box. Like, this is amazing. I actually want to, like, keep this box to put, like, I don't know what I would put in it, but like, I'm going to keep this box for sure. I love the magnetic on it. So it came with the special edition ARC here, which has berries on the sprayed edges. And she, of course, signed it for me. And then we have our little bookmark that has the couple and berries on it. Then it came with, and I hope I have time to do this before release day so I can take pictures of it, but she sent us this little mini diamond painting kit, which I have always wanted to try diamond painting. I think I've shared that a few times, at least with my patrons, but it hasn't happened yet because I have so many other crafts that I do. But it came with this crystal, like, diamond for placing the diamonds on it. And then, of course, there are all the different little gems here. And the design that we get to do is for this mask. So we get to begem this mask. So this will be super fun. There's like pearl looking ones and black diamonds. It came with everything to do this. But legit, this like is so pretty. So I love crafting. You guys know this. So when I saw this, I literally screeched. And I love the, oops, okay, I'm throwing it everywhere. I love the little pouches in too. I could like use this for my sunglasses afterwards. That says House of Ferrero. That is so cool. So that was in the box. And then we just had some nice little swag. We have the House of Ferrero sticker and a sticker of the cover. Oops, got stuff everywhere. And then we have, this is what's in the heroine's purse, which is cute. There's like a fun little picture here. We have the couple, which is Mia and Romalo here. They're so cute, love it. And then something she has shared with the reviewers is that she is planning to get us a paperback version, not necessarily send it to me, but make available a version that does have the hero on the front. So it won't just be the ebook cover. And I can't tell you the joy that that brings me to hear, because while I do think this is a really cool cover, like I love how they look kind of metallic and everything, I am a bit worn out with the ebook cover being the only one with the man chest, okay? Or the beautiful man. Like, his chest isn't showing on this one. But, like, I can understand in one aspect, like, why? Because I know one sells better than the other. But if you're going to make two covers, just make it available for both. Like, why would you turn away the opportunity to sell both? You know what I mean? I don't know. So I really want this cover of it. But this book is going to have forbidden romance, enemies to lovers, good girl, bad boy, mystery and suspense, yearning, and a mafia hero. So I will be reading about this couple very soon, because this book comes out on the, I think this one is the 13th or the 14th. I can't quite remember, but I plan to read that one very soon. So that was a fun little box right there. Okay, then we're just going to keep going through this stack here. This was one that I think I missed sharing about it, but I do want to get back around to this one. This is actually from a viewer who reached out to me that they had put out a book. This is Nikki Callahan, and it is Stick With Me. Now again, if I showed this on a previous video, I apologize, but I don't think that I did. But this one was so fun. So this one is called, yeah, Stick With Me. And it says he's playing for keeps and she's playing it safe. And I love the character art of these two. So it came with this, Saints Hockey. And then it came with some art that got me real freaking excited. We have some spicy art. I'll show you that quickly. We have the couple together. We have, I'm no longer willing to be a supporting character in my own life. That is a cool sticker. His jersey. We have them looking cute. This sticker, I love the little like paper airplanes all around them. And then this couple here. So this is a hockey romance. I love the artwork. And again, I'll have a link to some of these authors' books down below. But thank you, Nikki, for sending this to me. And I know I missed the release date for this one, but I do have this one on my TBR still to get to, because I love hockey romance, and it's about finding time for things. I will tell you that. It is definitely difficult to get to everything, but that's why we show them off in book hauls, so that even if I didn't get around to it, the authors still know that I appreciate them. And maybe you guys will be interested. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a sticker of the couple too. I forgot. And maybe you guys will be interested in them and can go support them still, right? Okay. I was sent a copy of Hardly a Gentleman by Eloisa James. I'm planning to get the audiobook for this one. This is her most recent release in the Accidental Bride series. And just the quick blurb back here, it says this is an Accidental Bride series with a romance about a forced marriage between a feisty heroine and a Scottish laird, neither of whom plans to marry, let alone fall in love. So this is one I definitely want to give a try to, and I'm very pleased this was sent to me. You know, I love me my historical romance there. Okay, then there was Whispers and Wildfire by Claire Kingsley. Loved this one. I seem to have put all my stickers in my sticker pouch already, but it did have the Luke Haven's mixtape sticker, which was great. And this was book 4 in the Haven Brothers series. It's suspense. I actually love these covers. I did talk about this book in the video I mentioned earlier, the Lower Steam Rex. These are more of a suspense series, but the romance is still really good, even for not having tons of open door sex in it, okay? Like, this was still a very riveting story. And I do recommend the audiobooks. I find particularly books I know will have low steam, if I listen to them, I don't even like notice sometimes, because when I'm listening, I sometimes skim sex scenes anyway. Shh, I know, don't tell, but it happens. Okay, then this was some surprise book mail here. I've shared that I signed up for the ALC of this book and I didn't get chosen, which was totally fine. But then I was surprised because though I didn't get picked for the audiobook, I was sent, ooh, they're mowing out there, sorry. I was sent a physical copy of Aspen by Fiona Cole. Now, I haven't read a Fiona Cole in ages. She hasn't published in ages. I do know this is the first part in a duet though. Hold on. So I'm not actually too sad that I didn't get picked for an arc, because I may wait until book 2 is out. But I was so happy to be sent this by Valentine PR sent it to me. And then there is a couple sticker, and there is a nice hot over the desk. So I think this one says that it is a arrogant, ruthless, irresistible, the last man I should ever trust, but he wants me to be his wife. So he thinks I'm nothing but a spoiled princess, and I think he's a heartless bastard. But no matter how much we push to keep pulling, we keep pulling back together. When I discover he needs a wife and he realizes my determination to save my family's legacy, a deal is struck, lines are drawn. But the more we fight, the more the lines blur, because hatred is just passion turned inside out, and when it finally explodes, it threatens to destroy us both. So that would be good. I've loved stuff from Noelle, or not Noelle. I love Noelle from Fiona before, and she's honestly one of the like sweetest ladies ever. I met her at Book Bonanza, and her husband was working her booth with her, and they were just so much fun. So I definitely want to give this a go. I just am not quite sure when, but I'll probably get the audiobook if I do, because that's super cool. So thank you so much for sending me that. Wow, they really like my spot right here. Can you move on to another place? That'd be nice. Okay, then another viewer turned author of mine is Lindsay Kramer, and this is her debut book, you guys. So please go and check this one out, all right? This is a viewer. You know what, though? Instead of being upset, I'm going to say this. Lord bless, because it is 95 degrees out and they're mowing. So I appreciate that person, even though I'm trying to film my video and it's getting annoying. Oh, they're done. Thank goodness. So this is The Addiction of Us, and she sent me a finished copy of it. She signed it for me and said, thank you for being a refuge for me in the book world. And I'm just, that makes me so happy, okay? It brings me such joy. So this one just quickly says, when the line between saving someone and losing yourself begins to blur. Pippa came home for the holidays knowing she would see Brian, but she didn't expect one late night phone call when she got back to Boston to change everything. Brian never wanted Pippa to see how far he had fallen, but when she sees him at his lowest, he can't push her away this time. She'll always be the one who believed in him, the one who saw the best in him, even when he couldn't see it himself. But love alone can't fix everything. As Pippa prepares to graduate from Harvard Medical School, her future is waiting. Brian's problems are pulling him under, and Pippa must make a hard choice. How do you decide if loving someone is worth risking everything? So, please go check out her book if that sounds good to you. It's not overly long. It's so cool, and you'd be supporting a viewer of this channel, part of the Book Refuge community, and that's amazing. Okay, then I was sent a early copy of Match Penalty by Kenna King. This one comes out on May 19th, I believe, if I'm right. I think this one's May 19th. I have both an e-arc and an ALC of this book. I'll be listening to it very soon. But this was sent from Page and Vine, and I love that they're doing some hockey romance. This one is so cute. And this one even has some art right there, and in the back one too. So that is super cool. This one says, John Paul Dumont is everything I was warned about in this league. Talented, entitled, and fully aware of both. The NHL's favorite bad boy has left a trail of broken hearts from Montreal to San Diego. And a year ago, I was stupid enough to become one of them. Oh boy. And now he's signed with my father's team. Okay, so this is Coach's daughter. Let's go. Can't wait. Okay, Page and Vine also sent me a finished copy of Unfurl, which was just republished with them, with Anaya, as well as their new imprint of this for mature audiences, it says. And this is Elodie Hart, aka Sarah Matterson. I'm actually reading the spin-off series from this right now. I have an ALC of Audacity, which will be out shortly. But what's cool about this is about a sex club, and one of the programs at the sex club is you can basically like hire them to experience losing your virginity in like a super fabulous way, which is fun. And so this one too, there is a lot of like religious subtext to these. There's a lot of religious trauma that is explored in these. In fact, the one I'm currently reading is actually about an ex-priest, but he's still pretty religious. He's just no longer like doing the vows and everything. So this isn't the best one. If that would be sacrilege to you, absolutely take a pass. But I also found it more of just like the heroine was challenging where she'd grown up, and that I always find a very interesting thing. But yeah, this one is super hot. And I think it's also like family's friend too, or no, it's the older neighbor. That's what it is. So Unfurl, I got a copy from them. Then I did receive an ARC copy of Taming the Heart by Elliot Rose. This was cool. I had copy number 21, and I did read and review this one already. This is cool. I've gotten ARC copies of both Braving the Storm and Taming the Heart. There was a cute little art piece here for Beau and Sage, and this book had, he's her married boss. The age gap is 25 and he's 41. It is a black cat, hyper independent FMC, former bull rider MMC. He has a piercing. Do you want to watch me? It's only one time. Oops, we can't stay away. Banter and nicknames, and talking each other through coming. So lots of fun stuff here. As I said when I reviewed this one was pretty much just only focused on the erotic side of it. Now she does write a very hot spice, but for me, like Chasing the Wild, like I still really connected to that one. This one, it really felt more just like all they were doing was sex in this. You'll have to decide if that's something you're interested or not. I'm not saying it was bad or anything. It's just I appreciated book one the most, I think, in this series. But this is great. I love these are going to be published with who picked them up? Is it Kensington who got them? I don't remember, but these are getting traditionally published though too, which is just crazy to me how far we've come. That like erotic cowboy romance is getting trad pub. Like, I ain't mad about it. I ain't mad about it, y'all, okay? All right, so then I also had received an ARC box for King of Envy. Right now in front of me, I just have the like art piece here that came with this. Where's the other one at? Hold on. Now, this also came with some perfume. I'm actually wearing it. Ah, sorry. Slippery books over here. I'm actually wearing the perfume right now, which I know you can't smell, of course. But the thing is that the beautiful little perfume, which if I remember, I'll insert a picture, but maybe I won't because I don't want to dig through it. The issue is that the perfume bottle was wrapped up very tightly in the box. So it's not like the bottle was cracked or anything happened, but there was a tiny bit of spillage, which was great because they had it wrapped and in a plastic bag within the box. So nothing got on the book. Nothing got on the book. However, when I took it out of the box, I took a picture. I'm glad I took a picture right away, by the way. And then I took it into the bathroom to like, you know, wipe off the bottle and everything. And the cute little like design that said King of Envy on the bottle of perfume washed off when I went to wipe it away. So I'm not showing you guys that because it looks ugly now. It still smells great and I have worn it 3 times since I got this, but this was an ARC copy of the book, which was so cool. I've had ARC copies of all but the first book in this series, and I just feel very blessed to have those. I love Anna's books. I really enjoyed this one. And then I'll just show this now. I also always pre-order the Barnes & Noble editions of these because I have all of those as well, except for the first book. And it's just stunning. And this one came with the artwork in here. So I always pre-order these really far in advance. And then if by chance I somehow don't ever get an ARC for one of these, which is possible, then I'll always have it ready to go. So those are my 2 copies of King of Envy. And I loved that one. Bloom, that was from Bloom, of course. Bloom also sent me a finished copy of the new release of Older, which is so cool of them to do. I really enjoy Older. I read it when it came out. They didn't change too much about it, actually. Just if you don't know, they added having this on the side. So the original copy doesn't have the heroine right there. And then they, of course, have sprayed edges. But otherwise, I like this. It's a lot floppier. and it's really cool. So yeah, this is the re-release of Older by Jennifer Hartman. Now she has a new book coming later this year because I just signed up. We were just signing up for the next season of books. That's how they do it. And I'm very intrigued for that one. Okay, continuing on here. I have, let's see. Yes, I now have, ooh, let's do that one first. Okay, I am on the ARC and content team for Sarah Kate, and for Prodigal Son, they really spoiled us, you guys. They truly did. This I filmed a video for, so you guys might have seen it, but we got our ARC copy of this. Now, sadly enough, I do want to say this. I ordered a couple cover of this one. Or not a couple cover, a man cover of this one, and it got sent to my parents' house on accident. I will say I ordered through the website and I used my Google Pay instead of my PayPal, and for some reason my Google Pay still has my like home address from over a decade ago. I haven't lived at home in 10 years, plus like before then I was moving around. I was back home for like a year before I moved here, and I didn't even notice it had a different address till I sent it. So immediately after I placed the order, because I saw where it was shipping, and I was like, no, I emailed them, and it says if you have a problem with your order, please email us. I emailed within 5 minutes, you guys, I'm not even kidding, and I didn't hear anything. And then the next day I emailed again, because I know that they have a quick shipping turnaround, by the way. They're very efficient at Sarah Kate's team. They are, but nothing. I didn't hear anything. And then the next day I got the shipping notification that they were shipping. And so then I messaged my mom and I was like, hey mom, you're going to be getting some smutty book mail from me. I'm sorry. And she's like, that's okay, sweetie. My mom's so cute. Hopefully it was in discreet packaging. It should be. Usually her stuff is. But I finally got an email after it was already almost to my mom's, and they're like, oh, we just saw this. And I kind of was like, well, what's the point in having us email like that if you don't check it? You know what I mean? But anyway, no harm, no foul. It was my fault. I didn't double check the address, but I was like, what if no one lived at that home anymore? You know what I mean? Like, there should be some way for people to contact you that you check regularly. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, as someone who has run my small business and had that happen with people, like, you should check it, right? But that's okay. We aren't referring to how freaking great this one was. So this was my ARC copy of this, and they sent some beautiful goodies with it, okay? So there was a All Are Welcome mug, a pride mug here for Redemption Point Church. There was a tour poster for Theo Virgil. There was a tour t-shirt, which I can't wait to wear. I need to wash it so I can wear it. That has the tour on it, which is so cool, okay? It's so cool because when you read it too, like, these dates are all mentioned in the book of places that he's traveling to. And what's his name? There's Isaac Jensen is meeting him at. And then we have, of course, some of our fabulous, sexy art here, which I can't wait. I'm going to put some of this on my Kindle because I can't wait. We have a guitar pick that says Theo. We have Jensen Miles' Book Daddy. There is My Type is a Sarah Kate Daddy. Yes, there is a brief daddy kink in here. Yes, Daddy. The Good Brothers. And Theo Virgil Unholy Ghost tour sticker. We have, of course, some Lila June Co. cards, which I have these officially for every book in the series, which is amazing. So there is The Country Singer, The Pastor, and Hurt Comfort, which I love. So there are those cards sent with. And then This Is For You, You Know Who You Are, Isaac Good. And then we have him as Theo there. We have him playing a song for him. Oh, that is so good. And we have our sexy pastor here. So that is everything that came in that box, which is just beautiful, like so special to get. Okay, now we'll move to the fantasy books that I received for ARCs. We are still working our way through these. Yes, we are. So let's go through these. So one that just recently released, which I definitely want to try this one. There was Wrath Witch Wars by H.M. Hogsden, and this was sent to me from House of Fables. This book is amazing. It has this like shiny like sheen on it. It got a little bit crooked, but that's okay. It's an ARC edition here. That happens. We have artwork of the couple inside. This is another numbered edition. I love this. 21 out of 53. Let me see. Magic has a will and a way that no battle line can contain. There is a bookmark that has them. This says, want you. Fucking hell. I want to destroy myself in you. Ooh. This one I know is supposed to be a enemies to lovers. Is it a witch and a vampire? Or an artifact expert and a witch, I think. Or a witch hunter. I'm not sure. But there's that. And then there was some cool art that came with this thirsting for my enemy. That was cute. And then it says there's the Witch Wars there. And then we have some art of them. I don't think... Okay, none of it is spicy, so we can show it. So there's the couple. And then here's that art that was on the inside of it. And there's that. So this one is a 3 out of 5 on the spice scale. Paranormal mystery, urban fantasy, magical dick, it says. All right. Forbidden love, found family. Oh, vampires, druids, and shifters. And then forced proximity. So very cool. This one is available now. So yeah, House of Fables sent this my way. And I'm super intrigued. This is one I signed up for because I didn't know the author, and I love doing that. So yeah, this one just recently came out, and it's not super long, but I also know it is the first in a series, so there'll be more to come from that. Okay, then we have one that I was just tickled pink to get, and I have already read it. I received, of course, the Arc of Shield of Sparrows. I just reviewed this on my channel this week. This one is, I mean, you've seen it everywhere. You have. I was absolutely blessed to get an ARC copy of this. I did get the audio the day it came out, and I listened to it right away. And yeah, this was number 401 out of 2,500. They did a lot of ARCs of this one. And it was great. Like, there's nothing else to say, man. It was so good. I talk about it for a good, 15 minutes in my most recent review, so you can check that out. I was sent a finished copy of Where Shadows Meet by Patricia Caldwell. Is it Caldwell? Yes. And I'm super intrigued with this one. This is a sapphic vampire romance, if I'm not mistaken. It came with these really cool, sapphic vampire teeth, by the way. I love it. This couple is effing stunning. Look at them. And look at this bloody cover. And this one came from Wednesday Books. And it's just, this is fantastic. Look at the artwork even inside on the books there. So yeah, this one is a sapphic vampire romance and a dark and thrillingly romantic vampire fantasy that questions what it truly means to sacrifice. So I have the audiobook on my wish list for this one because I think an audiobook will be the way to go. But that one is out. Oh, just look at them again. Look at them. Stunners right there. I can't wait to try this one. So yeah, was sent that. And then last one that is in a box. I think we're getting to it, okay? I was sent from the Nerd Fam, sent me a box for A Thorn in Every Heart by Kat King. And I can't wait for this one, okay? I've heard really good things about this. Look at inside the box. Look at that. That's so cool. And it came with a sweatshirt. I love getting t-shirts and stuff. But yeah, there was a thorn in every heart. I was sent this Was this an art copy too? I think this is, okay, this one is an art copy. Okay, but this book came out the beginning of April. So we got our classic Nerd Fan bookmark here. So cool. And this one says that it is, let me see, I remember, I think it's Anastasia meets like Beauty and the Beast or something, is what it said. And I know there's also like naughty artwork at the beginning of some of the chapters. Let me see if I can find one. I don't know. Well, each chapter has a different piece of artwork, and I guess some of them are spicy, so that's cool. This is the Heroines Over 30s. So here's the sweatshirt. This one says the name of the book, and then it says Make Your Own Fairy Tale. I am here for it. I will be wearing this very soon, you guys. I love, send me a cozy sweater or t-shirt. I am all for it. The one from The Secrets of Jane, you guys, I have wore that sweater at least every week since I got it. I love it so much. Okay, and then also in this box was a tumbler, which I need to wash and use. And it's really hard to show on camera because it is very shiny. But it has roses and books. These are books around the bottom. And it says a couple things. First, it says, A Thorn in Every Heart. And then it says, in my head, I'm a slut. In reading, I just read a lot of spicy books. Oh, in reality, I just read a lot of spicy books. So, love a tumbler. Definitely going to check it out. And then, oh yes, there is some artwork. It got a little bit nicked up. So there's a couple. And then, ready? There's a spicy one. Ready? Whoop. There we go. So, that came with this box. That is fantastic. When the Nerd Fam sends you a big box, you know it's going to be fantastic. So, this one I definitely want to read soon. I think there might be an audio for this one available. Let me find one of the good. Come on, give us a good one. Here's kind of one. Up there, that's great. But yeah, okay, so it's a 29-year-old musician, Alexandria Knight, moves from Chicago to Pennsylvania, Appalachia ghost town with a fiery history. Officially, she's there to just help her aging grandmother. Unofficially, Alex just wants to escape reality, and she'll get her wish. When a one-night stand with a wickedly handsome stranger turns out to be more than she bargained for, Alex is whisked away to the land of the Fae, where she uncovers a family secret 60 years old. By Alex's grandmother, Isabel, broke her promise to marry a beastly king, and now the Fae are hungry, and it's up to Alex to clear her family's debt. So yes, it's Beauty and the Beast meets Anastasia. So, I have heard really good things about Cat King, and I just love the idea. Oh, it's even right on the bookmark. I love the idea of Anastasia meets Beauty and the Beast. So, this is one I want to get to pretty soon as well. This will be fun. Okay. So that is that. Okay, now quickly I will share, I got my art from Tiffany and Robert, which I love to get. We have, this couple is the newest couple, which I will show you in a second. I do have my copy of The Weaver, which I still haven't read. I know I'm horrible. And then one of their Krakens. And then we have a, is that Smut? These are actually dragons that Rob designs, which is so cool. Okay, and then we have some of our, let's see. Okay, they kept most of these are safe for work ones, though they're super sexy. So there is the Claimed by the Alien. Oh, it has the spice on the backside. Okay, we'll just show you the good side. There's that. There's this couple. Yeah, the spicy is on the backside. That was smart of them to do. I like that. Oops. Where does it go? There we go. And those two. I'm a part of their Patreon, and quarterly they send us out artwork and stuff, and it's amazing. I love to get it. Okay, now let me quickly go through some gifts that I was sent from my wonderful friends and viewers. I was sent before I ever met you. There was a special edition of Karina Halley that was done, which is so cool. This is a throwback one of hers, and I really enjoy this book. This is a single mom, and it is a like dad's coworker or something one. It's an assistant boss romance. I haven't read it in a long time, but I used to love this book. So this was a really sweet treat to get from my friend who sent me that. So shiny. I received Honeycut by Sierra Simone. This is book 2 in the Tristan and Isolde trilogy. I can't wait to see what happens in Bitterburn. That's going to be fantastic. I have something else to share from this series in a second. Where did I put that at? Okay, down there. So one of my friends sent me this, as well as Knotted by Pam Godwin. It says, "One truth remains. She's mine." I love, look at this, okay? These, I believe the Bookish box did. They're Darkly did. And they've been doing Pam's books, and I'm like, yes, give it to me. So there's a special edition of Knotted. Then I was sent a special edition of Yearning for Her. And this is from, I know it's in the Aurora box. So we have a bookmark of them. A sexy picture of them. Love at first sight was a fantasy, something that only happened in fairy tales. We have the sprayed edges, and then the artwork is on the inside. So that was the Aurora box, adding to my Tiffany Robert collection, which I love so much. And then one of my viewers sent me Survival of the Mated by Lola Glass. I have never heard of this, but they sent it along with, I believe, another book for my birthday. So this is from the Lust and Lollipop series. And I think it said that, like, this girl gets thrown out of a plane and dropped on an island full of gorgeous men. Did I mention the said men are all magical fake guys competing for the right to marry me? Which is just wild. So I have no idea, but they had said in their note that this was just a fun, wacky time. And I was like, Jen's here for a fun, wacky time. Okay. So those were gifts. Now we have one final stack. That is the ones that Jenn purchased. Okay. Which I really try not to purchase too much these days, you know, because I obviously have enough in my way of things. So this was a super impulse buy, these ones I'm going to show you. Now, I actually did read this trilogy ages ago. It was actually some of my first romance I ever read, and I don't think that I was adequately prepared for it at the time. Like, it broke my brain a little bit. It, at the time, felt a little too taboo, and I didn't know how to feel about it. And when I saw these new covers that it had, because these have been in the store, like, these were some of the first books that went from being like into the stores, like way back when, okay? But these new covers that Berkeley put out are absolutely stunning. So I have the Captive Prince trilogy, actually. Got these new covers. And this is a master-slave situation in like a Roman setting. And like, yeah, see Espicat, these are very well like known. So we have Captive Prince, we have Prince's Gambit, and we have King's Rising. And these covers are fantastic, okay? So again, I haven't read these in so long. I don't know how I feel about them now, but I actually really want to reread these. And when I saw the covers, I was like, I'm buying them, because you guys know these had really simple covers before, and these are stunning to me. So I really want to read those. Then I needed to get my copies of Savage Heart and Brutal Vows so that I can complete this set. I have those set up over there with the new copies. I actually love how these covers look. Of course, I will always love my man covers, okay? You'll pry them out of my cold, dead hands. But I think for getting across what these books are and the vibe, these covers look pretty good. And I still haven't reread these. I want to read like the bonus chapters of them. But yeah, I'm so happy that I have these editions of the series. So I have all of those now. I still had needed the man cover of The Heartbreaker, so here this is. As I mentioned, I did buy the man cover of The Prodigal Son as well. It is just at my home, so that'll be in the next book haul because I will be going home to Pillager shortly, in like 10 days or so. And then I will have my complete set of The Good Brothers. But yeah, I did buy this one myself. I have, of course, my copy of Kiss the Villain, which I don't think I had in time for the last one. I just recently annotated this because one of my patrons asked for it. But I, of course, I had pre-ordered a copy of this. It just took its sweet-ass time getting sent because that is what Amazon does sometimes, of course. Actually, no, I pre-ordered from Barnes & Noble. That's why I pre-ordered from Barnes & Noble. So there is that copy. I do love... have a piece of the artwork inside there. Then there is The Weaver, and I have not read this yet. And again, I'm a little bit behind, but I kind of feel like I might wait for the audiobook because I love their audiobooks for the Spider's Mate trilogy. And since I didn't get around to this too quickly, maybe I'll just wait for the audio. But I love this cover, and I love these books, so I think I'm kind of just holding off for when it's time. And their copies even have the art inside this time too. Like, look at that. That is awesome. So there's that. And then, as I mentioned, I did buy myself a special edition of one of the Tristan and Isolde books, and that is because, okay, how cool is this? I think this is from, this isn't Bookish Box, this is Hello Lovely Box, had these edition of like the ebook cover was made into this. I really hope they do this with the other books in the series because, you know, I love a sexy cover and we never get them. They're only ebook options now and it makes me mad. But I was able to snag this and they're like, this is technically like damaged. It's very subtle, like there's just a few dents on this. So I got this one for only, I think, 21 bucks or whatever. And I'm so happy to have this one with, I think this one has Tristan on the front. Yeah, Tristan's on the front of this one. Isolde's on the cover of Honeycut. And then the third one has Mark on the cover. So there's that. And now the very, very final thing to share is I did get a couple of used books when I was home last. I'm kind of bummed I didn't find more, but I haven't just wanted to buy used books just for kicks and giggles lately. I've really been kind of holding out for certain ones I really, really want. And when I was home with my sister, I saw these books by Joey W. Hill. And I have seen Joey W. Hill show up in my book rec form before, but I've never really looked up the author or tried it. And so when I saw the name, it just caught my eye. And there were these, two of these are mermaids and one, well, no, they're all three mermaid ones. And so I grabbed these. Okay. So there is A Mermaid's Kiss, A Witch's Beauty. He also has like a kilt on. He's an angel with the kilt and like, that's crazy to me. And then A Mermaid's Ransom. So let me know if you've read Joey W. Hill. Again, I know I've seen this author show up in my book rec form. It wasn't, I think, any of these ones. It was a different series. But I grabbed the ones that they had there because they were only a couple bucks each. And I was like, ooh, let me grab these. These seem super interesting. So let me know if you've read some of these or what you think, and I'll give them a try. Possibly. I don't know. But either way, they were cool looking, so I snagged them. Like, pretty cool covers of, like, a mermaid on the front. Like, you don't see that very often. So, alrighty. That is my book haul for April and the beginning of May. Let me know which good books you have snagged, and if there's any of these that I should prioritize as soon as I can. So thank you so much for watching, my friends. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, check out, I'll put a link to some of the authors who sent me their books down below so you can support them if you want to, a lot of the indie authors anyway. And yeah, thank you so much, friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye.